Hey there, so you want to learn how to write bars? The concept of being able to rap or spit sounds really cool to you. But then you go and do it and it's a confusing process. It's almost like you're trying to do some magical wizardry. But it's really not that hard, it's pretty simple. And I'm going to break it down for you in this video using a few basic concepts. So you want to write bars, right? What should you start with? Where should you start? Well, I'd say the best place to start, because you probably thinking something like, well, I ain't got nothing to write about, and even if I do, I don't know how to put it together in a functional way, in a way that sounds sick. The best place I'd tell someone like you to start, if this is your first ever time writing bars, you've got a pen, you've got a pad right in front of you. Make it like an introductory 16 bar, an introductory 5-6 bars about yourself. Start basic, start simple, okay? Don't even use a beat, make it a cappella. And by simple, let me give you an example. I mean something like this. If you're writing bars for the first time, you might want to write something like, I don't know, my name is Jack and I like to rap. Used to roll and slack with mates, sit back, but I left them fast because they all smoke crack. Now, I know that sounds basic and silly, but if you're beginning, you're gonna want to keep it basic. You're gonna fail and give up very quickly if you try to complicate it, if you're just learning how to spit bars. Two things that I did there, right? Kept it introductory, name, what I like to do, blah blah blah. Obviously that's nothing to do with me, my name's not Jack, but it's a good example. And also another thing that I like to do, that I like you to stay aware of, is each bar I made sure that was the first bar was 4 or 5 words. I made sure the second bar isn't any more than 2 words longer than that. So if the first bar was 4 words, second bar would be 6 maximum, third bar might be 4, 5 or 6, but make sure each bar basically is not any more than 2 words longer than the last bar that you spat. It's literally simple techniques like this that will get you learning how to write bars a lot faster, without the trip ups, without the crying because it's too hard, you know what I mean, because you tried to go too complex too quickly. The second little tip that I'm going to give you, once you start doing this regularly, writing a cappella on a pad with a pen, and you start implementing beats into your game, pick the right beats for you, right? There's a reason why rappers have type beats. So if you type in a Skepta type beat, certain sound will come up. Type in a Drake type beat, a certain sound will come up, so on and so forth. I don't need to carry on, you know what I'm leading to. Go through as many beats as you like. There's a certain instrumental that you find that you vibe to, that you like, and start writing to those kind of instrumentals. Because some instrumentals, yeah, you like them, but they don't really inspire lyrics. You will know when you find an instrumental that's like, yeah, damn man, that thing inspires me to spit, and that is the instrumental for you. That's probably your type beats. And another way you know what your type beats are is when you write, the flow that you're going for will match that beat. The bars will come out easier, they'll be structured a lot better towards that beat, and it will sound a lot more like music. Okay, now if we're putting it all together, you're still in the beginning stage right now. You've practiced writing to a cappella for a couple weeks, practice writing simple bars, introductory type bars that talk about you, simple rhyme schemes. You've even found some type beats now, right? Now you start spitting to beats a little bit, adding your bars to beats, trying to flow. Start spitting bars with others. Here we go. This is the third tip. This is probably the hardest step of them all. You're like, shit, damn, man, I don't want to spit in front of anyone. I'm not good enough. Forget about that. Find someone you're semi-comfortable with. Spit some bars with them. At least at the beginning. You don't have to do this forever, but at least at the beginning, because this will give you some competition to keep improving, keep learning bars. It might give you some feedback on your bars, on how good they are, where you need to improve, what you're lacking on. And judging by the response of the people you spit to, maybe you know whether you're good enough to start elevating your levels. And if you don't have anyone to spit bars with, heck, even at me on Insta and spit back to back with me if you want. I'll happily do that. If it's your beginning journey, whatever you need to do, man, just find someone to spit with, because this is a game changer when it comes to improving. Now there's a lot more I can say on starting out and learning bars. There's a lot of studying pro MCs you can do, blah blah blah, but I'm gonna have to cut this video short here because I don't want to give you no information overload if this is truly your first time learning bars. So yeah, I'm gonna have to leave it here. But if it is your first time on the channel, then consider subscribing, liking and sharing. If it's not, if you are a seasoned subscriber, you're just watching this to get more knowledge, then thank you for subscribing, and thank you to anyone else that subscribed. And don't forget to hit that bell notification. There's really no point of being subscribed if you're not hitting that bell notification, because you don't get notified when I release. But please hit that bell notification, and hopefully you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. With all this being said, I'll make sure to see you in the next one. Peace.
Bitches to my left, drugs to my right, living in the stress. I'm strong in the fight with distractions on my mind. I'ma stay focused, I'ma impact like explosives until they take notice. Better take notes, bitch, cause I'm a real lyricist. I experiment with sentences, I'm a ill physicist. I went and killed bitterness and anything that's stopping me from winning, bitch. And these pricks get 3rd-degree burns when I'm spitting this. Used to have thoughts about quitting this, but giving in, nigga, that's ridiculous. Stay in this until it finishes.